Title of this episode is called If Not for Hope. And I don't like that because, damn, if that's all we've got, and then that sometimes is all we have is just hope. Holy cow. This is episode 11. I had to jump into it. I couldn't leave myself hanging like that. So here we are. I will be ahead on Patreon, always ahead there, always have the full-timer versions of these reactions. If you do like these reactions and you do like what I'm doing here, you can support me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm going to jump into this episode. Let's see what happens. Yeah. He's like, I'm going back home. Can he bring guns back through? I wonder. Yeah, I mean, I don't really blame the guy. I don't know. But let's see what happens. Whoa. Did he not
Don't
leave?
even think of trying to escape again.
Wait, what?
Move. We're leaving. Move.
So he didn't leave? Oh, they did that to mess with us. I would have left. Bye, Bree. Okay. So he's... Dang. I think that he might have chosen to stay. All right, I won't talk crap about Roger anymore. He proved himself, guys.
Go to him, Auntie Claire. We're going to make this right.
I know, Ian.
They mean to be reckless. We thought that...
I know what you thought. It's just I'm finding it hard not to think about how Brianna and Roger must feel.
But you're wasting your breath if you think Stephen Bonnet will take on a man with one hand.
It's not why I'm asking.
Fergus is like getting like hit with the strays. Like, damn, I was just told to ask about this stuff. Oh shoot. Uh-oh.
Still no work at the butcher's then.
It is usually the men that do the butchering.
Because of his
Rather than
hand.
having been butchered themselves. In my Lord's eyes, I'm whole, but to them, here, I'm less than a man. There's no work in Wilmington for someone like me.
I've a mind to turn them in myself.
For what crime?
And of that cheek, Fergus Fraser. No, when Myrta has enlisted your aid in capturing a murderer. I've done enough harboring a wanted man under her roof.
You would do the same for me.
Just stay there, by the window.
Why? You want to draw her?
On earth would you do that? You're beautiful.
Aw.
All this about the taxes with the governor and the regulators. Do you think it'll come to anything?
I think maybe it will. Aye.
And I'm hoping you'll do something. Tell Fergus you want him to fight alongside you.
Wanting rid of him, I can take him out back.
If I wanted him shot, I'd do it myself. At first, he doesn't put his boots in my blankets. I understand why I'm asking you.
Oh, she's being so supportive. Feels so worthless, and it sucks. Fergus is so awesome. Yeah.
Or none at all.
Aw, good. Great.
Miss Fraser is here, mistress.
Ladies and
Oh god, my
gentlemen.
worst nightmare. I would absolutely hate this. Like, I would just try to, like, mouse my way in. Oh, that's from the intro. And of course, Billy Boyd! What? Of course he would be in this. He's Scottish, isn't he? Oh my god, I love him. The Lord of the Rings is my favorite.
Brianna, this is Gerald Forbes. And his sister, Prudence Forbes.
Oh, like the
I've
magazine.
been looking forward to this occasion.
Recently you finished a portrait of Phaedra? Oh, I presume you mean the Phaedra of Greek mythology.
A good, strong Greek name.
I believe Phaedra is one of the slaves here at Riverrun.
You mean to say you draw Negroes?
Oh, Lord.
Brianna, I don't...
May I present Lord John Grey?
Oh, John Gray's here. Oh, I'm always like, oh my god, John Gray. Brianna's like, oh, who is that?
Very glad to be here. I'm sure a splendid evening awaits us.
You're most welcome here, my lord.
Fraser,
Oh,
undoubtedly.
did they meet? Wait.
I'm an acquaintance of your parents.
Join us, will you?
What?
Join our militia. If I'm to fight Tryon's army, I can think of no man I'd rather have by my side.
I'm honored that you've asked. But my place is here with Marceline and Gemma.
No. Fergus. He grew up to be such an awesome man. It makes me want to cry. Yeah, I'm glad that all happened.
Of the soul, if you will.
Well, it sounds intriguing.
Yet it only works with strangers.
Might we all partake?
Of course. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes.
Oh, this does sound interesting. Oh.
Must I close my eyes when you are before
Oh,
me?
Yes.
She's like, yeah, please.
I want you to imagine that you're in a forest with someone. And you picture the person.
He's like, yeah,
You
Jamie.
encounter
Jamie.
an animal.
Jamie's there.
Should we tell you what it is?
Not yet.
Ah.
Who was with you in the forest?
I was walking with Christ.
And the animal you saw?
A squirrel.
See, when a person is walking with Christ, it can mean that they're seeking forgiveness or reassurance for something to represents life's problems. And given that squirrels tend to hoard things away, it would seem that your problems are secrets.
For a moment, I must take some air.
Oh my god, did she like, what the hell? Do they
Well,
know
well.
each? Oh, hold on. Did I miss that? Did they have something going on?
You were in the forest.
Oh.
What about it? Who came to mind first?
Your father.
Why would you think of him?
Well, you are sitting right here in front of me.
Excuse me.
Is it my turn? I'm eager to tell you who my forest companion was. Perhaps we could take a walk in the grounds and discuss in more detail.
Oh my god, why does he have to be like this?
Oh, my dear.
And people did faint a lot back in the day.
She is trying to secure me a husband.
I see.
Your name, a name at risk of being tarnished at that. You have to think of your future, your security. A marriage to one of these men will be of great benefit to you.
The gun is so loud, though.
Sir. Why? I'm looking for the gentleman. You're no gentleman.
Uh-oh. Oh, do you think it's gray and... Honey, don't see something. Get back, girl. Get back. Let them enjoy. Sorry, but girl, get out of there. I was so scared.
What have you done to that man?
Return to your wife
No.
and children. What are you doing?
Unhand him.
You should go. Something very familiar about you. Strange.
Damn
And I
it.
think we've had the pleasure.
A murderer.
Aye, 'tis.
You escaped the gallows.
I have seen you before. On a broadsheet. Murtagh Fitzgibbons. Take 'em.
Damn.
Will you marry me?
I'm not sure this is what your father had in mind when he asked me to look in on you.
I know, but if I didn't ask for the sake of my child.
Oh, you are your father's daughter. That Jamie is one of the people I cherish most on this earth, and drawn to you for reasons I cannot explain. I cannot take your hand in marriage.
Explain it to him.
It is with deep regret that I'll have to reveal what I saw you doing last night with one of my supposed suitors.
Whatever it is you think you saw, you're quite mistaken.
No, I know I will write letters. To the governor, sheriff.
Knowing the severity of the punishment of this crime,
Damn.
you would do that.
You pictured yourself with Jamie in the forest. You could have picked anyone. Your late wife, for instance.
I am almost tempted to submit to your outrageous proposal.
I was
violated. And the baby,
Do you know this man?
no, I found out later. And Forbes is about to propose.
Mr. Forbes has a matter to put before you.
Thank you for waiting for me, my dear. Have you told them our good news? I've asked for Miss Fraser's hand in marriage. And she has accepted.
Heart shattering.
Enjoy his occasion. It didn't ken how you managed it to Mackenzie.
She's like, I barely can see, but I know that's a man.
Oh, Christ.
I don't think they've talked. They have not spoken a word
You
since till now.
It's not Sassenach. Fingers.
Oh, good eye he has.
He was defrauded. People do the wrong thing for the right reasons. I'm sure your father would know something about it.
I'm sorry. It's upset. But not with you. Everybody. The world. Stephen Bonnet. But not you. Sorry. I didn't tell you it was Stephen Bonnet when I knew. I'd have saved Roger.
Ah, so she's kind of blaming herself too.
You didn't mean the things you said to her, did you?
Oh God, I've been there so many times. As a mom, it happens.
So much.
What is this? What's going on? Huh?
Whoa. Okay, so that's how you get initiated into the tribe? Damn. 2 more episodes left. And I really, 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 really wish I could watch both of them today, but I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to do that. Wow. This definitely, the 4th season is awesome. So I'm loving this season. It's so intense, so scary. And there's just so much at stake, really, I guess. And it makes the adventure much more, just that much more amazing. The whole river run experience has been interesting with Bree. Thank God John Gray came there. That whole thing was just so interesting. I'm just glad that they're gonna get married or whatever. He'll at least protect her for now, and we're gonna see if Roger makes it. The first episode of this, or the first. Either the first or the second episode was where we see this flash forward with the skull. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that is the end for Roger. But God, I don't know. It makes me feel very, 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 very uncomfortable though. I want to know what happens. I'm a little bit. Anyway, we'll see what happens, definitely. I really do appreciate how this episode ended. I really do appreciate that Jocasta, is that how you say it? I thought it was Jocasta, but I think it's Jocasta. Aunty Jocasta really wanted to take care of Bree, and I mean, she wanted to set her up with the husband, but she did want her to just get out of the misery that she was in. And I think that's a good idea. I think it can get really dark once you're in your head and you're not out of it. You're not like getting out to walk. You're not getting out to just talk to other people. And a lot of the times too, when you talk to people, you'll hear like their own suffering. You're like, oh wow, I guess I'm not the only one. And oh my gosh, their situation seems even worse than my situation. Like, right, this is life, and life is not very simple. So it can help. But I realize, and for me, being on the spectrum, I now realize why every episode where they have these like these dinner parties and everyone's talking, where I'm always like, oh God, I didn't put two and two together, but for me, I know not everyone's the same. It's a spectrum, but I don't. It makes sense now where I'm always like, oh, they're talking. I'm always like, let's go back into the woods. Let's not talk, or let's just be with the special people, the fun people, the people we know. That's fun for me, but the constant talk and the kind of the fakeness of it really bothers me, and that's probably why the second season was hard for me, just because I don't like the fake conversations. Everybody's just talking about nothing and no one really cares about you, and I'm like, I'd rather not be a part of it, and even if it means I have to watch it on a TV screen, I'd rather not be a part of it. But now it makes sense. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not. It's not that I'm biased about it. I'm just genuinely I don't like that. And if you're on the spectrum, if you're have ADHD or autistic, whatever it is, I wonder if you feel that way too. And if when you watch TV shows, if you like it, if you like the conversation pieces, or if you rather like the more interpersonal connections that are on screen. Like, I really like the interpersonal connections, the people that we really, really know, the people that I care about. I really like to see them and what they're going through. Fergus and Marcelly, Murtaugh and what he's going through. I really like to see Claire and Jamie, of course, Brianna and all of her stuff, and with Roger too. But when they're at the dinner parties and they're just like making small talk, it's funny. It's just funny because I'm like, oh my God, duh. I just didn't put two and two together until recently. I was like, that's why I don't really like some. It's not that I don't like the episode. I just don't like those pieces of the episode, and it's just like, ugh. But for some other people, that might be the best part. And that's the cool thing about all of us. We're all so different, and what we find interesting could be completely different, and it's cool. I wonder if you aren't on the spectrum, do you have a similar feeling? Or if you are on the spectrum, do you have a similar feeling or not? You know, it's just interesting for me to know. I'd like to hear how you feel in the comments. That would be really cool just to read. I really appreciated Marcelly. She's a really good person. Thankfully, she grew up to be a good woman, despite her mother. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I really, truly feel sorry for Fergus. The way he got the wooden hand is in such a brave way, and no one knows the story. It's so sad because I have no clue how brave he is and how smart and cunning and just absolutely wonderful of a human being he truly is. And people are only seeing the surface level. They're only seeing he has a missing hand, and it's sad. He kept saying that the whole me, Jamie sees the whole me. And when Murtaugh asked him to work with him, he's like, all of me? Me? Really? And that was beautiful. I think that was just something that he really needed. Marcelly really knew he needed it. Just really sweet moment, and makes me happy to know that Fergus is with a good woman. So that's it. That was a great episode. Cool seeing Billy Boyd. That just was not expecting that, but really fun way to see him in this episode. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching with me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.